Welcome to Toffee TV. It is a starting 11 show. Everton versus Leeds United. A huge game at Goodison Park for the Toffees. A must-win game, I'm afraid, under the circumstances. Everton have to get themselves away from where we are at the moment. And obviously a win against Leeds would put us just a point behind Leeds. Very much like Newcastle beating us on Tuesday night. We've got to get Leeds into the mix. Give us a target to try and get over and put as many teams between us and that bottom three as we possibly can. And it has to start with a win. It has to start with a fight. It has to start with players giving everything. And obviously the fans giving everything as well for the team. So let's get into it. In goal, Jordan Pickford was a little bit shaky on Tuesday night. He never really likes going back to Newcastle or playing against Newcastle. A little bit shaky for the second goal. The free kick, could he have done better? Maybe. I think more to do with the big hole in the wall when Anthony Gordon stepped away from it. But for me, obviously he's our number one, and we're not gonna mess about with that. Just need him to be a little bit more on it. I'm going to a flat back four. Of course, we've got injuries, and that's obviously going to cause us a lot of problems. I'm going to keep Seamus Coleman at right back, just because of more to do with the experience in the back line. We'd all love to see Nathan Patterson play. We really would. But maybe he needs to just start coming on in games. I don't know. But he hasn't played so far. I don't know whether this is the game to necessarily blood him just because of the other members of the back line, as you'll see. At left back, John Joe Kenny, because there is no Michalenko. I think he's got COVID. And there's no Ben Godfrey to deputise, and we haven't got another left back. Again, another failing of Everton Football Club. Selling one but left back, bringing another left back in, and the only other left back is on loan in Belgium. So it'll most likely be John Joe Kenny playing at left back, I imagine, if we play a flat back four. Certainly I'm playing a flat back four, and that's who I'm going for. The centre backs, Michael Keane. He's the best of the rest, I'd imagine. He's not my favourite player in the world, but I can't pick who we don't have. So he'll have to start the game. And alongside him, I'm going for Jared Brantwaite, simply because Mason Holgate is just not good enough. I could say really much stronger words, but I really could say much stronger words about him and Michael Keane, certainly after their performance on Tuesday night. So Brantwaite wasn't great the other night, but he's a young player, and I think he's got to learn. Is this the right time for him to learn? I don't know. I really don't know if it is the right time for him to learn. And the manager will make that judgment. I just see a promising centre-back. And this might be the time for him to get starts. I don't know whether it is, but I just don't see Mason Holgate as a particularly good centre-back, I must admit. So I'm going to go for Jared Brantwaite. Before we move on to the midfield, if you're looking for the side hustle of 2021, you'll do no better than starting with our video sponsor today, Profit Accumulator. The gambling industry is fierce, and bookmakers compete against each other, making crazier and crazier sign-up offers in order to get your business. Profit Accumulator's dedicated team looks at these offers and presents them to you, so you'll be able to use the offers against one another to produce a profit time and time again. They've had over 150,000 customers to date, so definitely go and check out this offer. The link is in the description. Make sure you check it out. In centre midfield, Alan, of course, sometimes recently playing as a one-man midfield. Certainly when we've played in a two. This time I'm going to put Donny van der Beek next to him. I thought he did well when he came on the other night, and I think in there in a proper midfield role where he's given some responsibility and not just, as the floating number 10 or whatever as Man United used him. I think his ability to hold the ball and carry the ball and keep possession can be really important for us. And Andre Gomes was terrible the other night. He really did stink the gaff out. So I'm going to put him in there. And just in front of him, I'm going to go for Dele, who, again, didn't look great the other night, but he's only just coming, only just getting his first minutes. If they've trained all week and he's got a proper position, then and they're working on a system, because they must be working on a system. Decore is not going to be back for the next 3 weeks or so, and beyond that, we have no one else. Delph's not going to be back. Tom Davis is not going to be back. Gabaman just doesn't seem to be at the level for the Premier League. You know, now you can see that, you know, he's had one start in the Premier League and a couple of subs appearances, I think. So clearly they don't think he's at the level. So they've got to somehow come up with a system that fits Allen and Van der Beek and Dele Alli into it. That's got to be the thinking, surely, when they brought these players in, because for me, we really needed a centre-back and a defensive centre midfielder in January. We never got them. So there has to be some kind of thinking behind these signings coming in. There has to be. So that's who I'm going for in the midfield. On the right-hand side, Anthony Gordon, who has been the shining light of late. And he'll start again, and hopefully he will not only will Goodison help him, but he'll help Goodison, because the way he plays and the way he gives everything for the team, and obviously what he creates as well are hugely important for the game. So Anthony Gordon. On the other side, I'm going with Richarlison. Damari Gray's not available this week. He should be available next week, but so I would drop Richarlison back into a little bit of a deeper role, a little bit of a wider role, pick up the ball deeper and run at people, which I think he's much better at than he is at being a centre forward. And up front, Dominic Calvert-Lewin comes back into the team. He's had a couple of weeks off now, but he's had more than a couple of weeks off, hasn't he? He hasn't started since the Villa game, so that's 3 weeks ago. He's got to start. We've got to get him. We've got to get him playing football, and we've got to get him scoring goals. We have to, because goals are what are going to save us this season. So hopefully, what we need is Dom playing every single week in and week out. It's not too much to ask when really we're only playing on the weekends. I know we've got an FA Cup game coming up on a midweek, but for the most part of the season, we'll be playing on weekends till we have to fit in, obviously, the games in hand. But he has to play and he has to start scoring, and we have to have that sharpness from him. So that's my 11. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. It's not perfect, I know, but we haven't got perfect players, and we haven't got perfect injury list, have we? So let me know what you think in the comments, if you wouldn't mind. You always do, which is good. Make sure you check out that profit accumulator link. Check that out as well. It's in the description. Make sure to give this video a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you want more great videos, daily live videos, join us over on Patreon. Links on the description, and it's on the screen right now. See you later.